Alright, episode 4 on the Volvo. So, some birds are having a fight over there. Flying birds, not the derogatory. Anyway, so episode 4 on the Volvo. I've got some stuff that I did off camera to show you regarding more audio stuff. So speakers, head unit, all that sort of stuff. Reason it was off camera was because it was pitch black when I ended up doing it, because it was in a frantic rage of trying to be productive after doing uni work all day and then the sun going down at 3 PM. So yeah, got a fair bit done with that. I was quite happy with it. There's a lot of improvements, but I'll take you around that. First job is a tiny little job, and it's aesthetic job. It's an aesthetic job for this episode. I got a little stubby aerial for the back. I don't care if it makes the signal worse. I don't listen to the radio anyway. The actual antenna wire behind the head unit snapped anyway, so it ain't connected. I just listen to my own music. But now that I've got the spoiler on, I want the rear to look a lot sort of smoother, a lot cooler. So I've just got a little stubby aerial, a couple of quid off Amazon. So we're gonna put that on. So this on screws. Focus, focus. And then a new little stubby aerial, which is that. So what I need to do is I've got like a little adapter in my pocket. Let's see what thread this is. So I've threaded that in to the aerial. Magic. So from that to that, from that, well, that to that. Looks a lot there. And it cost me a couple of quid, so right, next job. I've got a new wing for this side. I think I mentioned it in the, is it that side? I think it's that side. I did mention it in the last video, but I need to polish it off the car and see if it'll come up well enough. There's some like abrasions and stuff. It's non-rusty, which is better, but if it's crap, then I might, might as well just keep the current one I've got on and repair that and then polish that, put work into that. So can't bother to do that at the minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a start on fitting some lighting upgrades that I've had for a while. It's going to be a bit Marmite, but I've got some spotlights for the grille and a light bar for down below. And I bought them ages ago for something, and I've just got them lying around, and I've got a harness, so I thought, let's put them on. I think it'll look quite cool. I've made a little bracket system for this honeycomb grille, and we will, yeah, well, let me show you what I've got. Okay, so I've got a light bar on these sort of like adjustable mounts, and that is going to go down here, and then you just put the camera down. I want that to fit just under here. Hoping I can wire it without removing the bumper, because I don't really want to do that, but we'll see. And then for the grill, I've got two of these. I've just got one in my hand now. So protective cover on that. Put two of these little LED spotlights. Let's go there. Again, it's going to be a bit love it or hate it. It'd look even cool. It'd look better if it was like a huge rally light, but don't really have a mount for that, and that eggshell grill probably won't take any heavier than this. It's really brittle anyway. You can see there's like some tabs snapped off anyway. So as well as hiding that, they'll increase the lighting. And I've got a harness, and it's just got a single switch for both, so it'll turn both of the spots on, and and the light bar as well. I've tested these; they work. I just put some wires onto a spare battery I've got lying around. They're pretty bright. Whether it throws the light, that remains to be seen. But it might look cool, and it might help me at night when, well, don't really go anywhere dark anymore. I suppose round here maybe. I don't know, but I've wanted to do them for ages. I've had them lying around, and they're just sitting there. So let's start getting them on. Right, so I've got them installed. I've got spots there. It's not the proper spots, where I wanted them. I wanted them a bit lower, so they're actually sat like on the grill. But I've got a new mount coming to sort that out. So, and then we've got the little light bar down here. The little light bar's kind of subtle. The spots not so much. I've been debating just taking the spots off, but they do project a lot of light outwards, and it's kind of fun. So don't really want to do that. Let me just show you how it's in. So I've got them. It's like a compression joint that I've made. Basically, it's just two bits of metal, and they're sandwiched. But the grill is really brittle. So what I'm going to do is I've got some sheet steel. I'm going to cut it out, and I'm probably going to. There's like studs and nuts for the grill, so I'm probably going to make a new mount for there, and then they'll actually be able to sit exactly where I want, and they'll be a bit more solid. But version 1 is this, and it's not bad. We've got wiring. Obviously it looks a bit unsightly, but I've tucked it behind there, and then you have got a bit of a harness showing here. I do need to sort that out. It's at the minute I've just kind of thrown it down there, but and the one for the light bar goes down here, down through there, and then just under the front bumper, which isn't too bad. So yeah, it's I'll try and get a nighttime clip, and I'll insert that for you now. Okay, and just to quickly summarise the audio stuff that I've ended up doing, as I alluded to. Oh, here's my light switch. Just put it down there. It's not the best location, but it's, you know, is what it is. So I've got a Sony double DIN with Bluetooth and loads of settings on it, blah, blah, all that sort of crap. But it's good. It means my phone can directly connect to this rather than one of them plug-in adapters into the bloody thing down here. I've also got a sub down there, but that's coming. Need to build a box for that and get an amp as well. But what I've done is these dashboard. Obviously you saw me install the door speakers, and it kind of like it really just highlighted how bad the other speakers were. So what I've ended up doing is these dash speakers. Ended up upgrading them as well to basically the same speakers but a 4-inch version. Just sitting them in there, and then there's some speakers up in here in the back instead of rear door ones. There's some up in the back here, in sort of like the pillar, and I've upgraded them to the same as the front doors. And then we've also got some 6x9s on here, which I think look quite cool, and they're really good. Pump out a lot of sound. So missing piece, you know, it sounds a lot clearer. Missing piece of the puzzle is a sub. So we're hopefully going to build something that goes like here, and it doesn't take up too much room. You know, it's just in there really, and kind of sits up here. I don't want to lose too much of the actual usable boot space. So yeah, I didn't show any of that because it was really dark when I was doing it. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one here, and then what we're going to do is going to film the next video now. So I'm doing the outro before I do the intro of the next one. Weird. But what we're going to do is I'm going to put my coilovers on. So that's going to have its own episode. So stick around for that one. I'll see you then.